Good afternoon. Welcome back to our newsroom. Today, 19th November 2021. Now with point news about the first story. U.S. pledges $25 million grant support for reforms, including power. This is a press release. Now the details. Through the strong bilateral relationship between the Gambia and the United States of America, the latter via the Millennium Challenge Corporation MCC, on Tuesday, 16 November 2021 at the Petroleum House, pledged to extend a grant facility of $25 million to the Gambia with an overall objective of supporting the implementation of critical institutional and policy reforms that address binding constraints to economic growth in the Gambia, the program goal. The program objective consists of two key projects. A governance reform project which aims to develop more effective, accountable and transparent power sector governance in the Gambia, and an operational project which seeks to improve the NAWEC's capacity or capability rather to operate the Gambia's power system in a manner that reduces the frequency and duration of outages, consistent with the Gambia's universal access and conditional emissions goals as put forward in its nationally determined contribution NDCS. The assistance from MCC is timely as it further enhances government's commitment to obtain universal access to electricity by 2025. Therefore, the government of the Gambia is fully committed to ensuring that this threshold program is a success. On behalf of His Excellency President Adama Barrow, Republic of the Gambia, Honorable Mamre Njai extended his sincere gratitude to the U.S. for supporting the Gambia's development aspirations and look forward to further partnership in the future. It ends there. Stay tuned. Don't go. We'll be back momentarily in Mandinka after a short jingle. Yo sama ibade ulo nga continue kiwaro la men karan kanale angala oni mandika count of point la kiwaro lafta men karanali nying uraro nyin kibar follow men finda point la kibar bundato membe den ning America ye makoro ki kodo membita fo ila kodo itol America million wang ani lul dolaro memu garanti pour mun na falindrol men nyanta kela na banko kan ani kurang fong la karola ole malafong ka men na power ka continue nyim press release la di men abota ito la karola ko nyajibe santeng e membe ko kafnyoya ani badi ya membe di Gambia ani America banko mol ko ni na tajibe letro men ya ta ya kinang kabana mintola Millennium Challenge Corporation comme nyimu fenneti ka Africa bankol makoy programo men ka fay ko le akolun be laring ning sanjol kono ka Africa bankol o bankol men blome kobe ke makoy kodo men ka kumandi MCC ning kala talata lungola karo tiltang ani worola be karo men konten November in sango kono e kata minto Petroleum House membe traffic light o balajeto nsafo ton table balajeto jeto comme ñin programme kita wolto Bruce bi ko ñin pledge ñin makaro men ya foten la hido men ya foten ko wala ñinte ko ka futandro ke fenna o ka lafaro ke fenna membe ko ka siloyele membe ta kodola karola kotake wala mu million muang anin lulu dolaro pour mon na Gambia sinana projectol men o ila hamol mu men beti membe denning mako rola karola Gambia ko pour sinana letro ke kola kam ise men tamandino do kola karola ka men critical institutional comme wala mu kola kolon be laring man sakunda la do ku dingral to anim fanan policy ferol men nyanda ke landi ka falindro ke kola nyanda ka men ke ni nata kol men be ngatanin ni nata kola economic wala mu fankola karola uru ala yirwabe kele nyame Gambia banko kam falindro si keno wala nyame ko men fam programme nyinna simfati ka continue ko niaji be nyin programme nyin kolmen ya landiten ila hamo mendi wala rong ay men fudi wala kufulala men kumayata bake ka men consist of two key project olam do kolmen nyanta kake ko malam mundi rong governance reform wala masakunda la tamandrinya ko falindro ko to project ko which aims men iba ngaba kam puruka jeko puru yirwasi keno amen asebetia o karola accountable wala tontondro kontibola karola o sotno masakunda kono nyamen kolla ferol men bi o sabula anin fanan transparent wala ko kurne masakunda ba ke kan lankena mola karola anin fanan power sector wala na kurambunda nyin o fanan anin kaje ko governance indi Gambia will be marlo nyanta keno la nyamen Gambia banko kam anin fanan kaje ko operational project ko men tamandro la men nyanta keke do ko la karola men be yinindro ke kam pour ese kala je kallan kiyandi no men be den nawegla when martan kurang ni jela pour ila capability wala mu be sembo be waran nyame to operate pour ese tamandro ke no Gambia la kurang kola system ni nyala men asitalaro ke comme wati o wati kol men kaje ko ni dimba farming ka soto banko kan men kurang la karola ka men duration of comme ka me nyame ni ata outages wala kurang kata wati janna ka me ladol with the Gambia's universal access comme men be ko Gambia be nyanta ka men soto ni ata anin fana conditional emission comme kol la men be denning simfalla o lafta ko men soto as comme kaje ko kota ko landi nyatola kol la men be ko nationally wala bankola ko taro men nyanta ka kije ko men la farola karola lika menna ko NDCS ko men makaro kabo nyin millennium challenge nyin to ko men MCC America la nyin mako bunda ko nyimu fenati anata wato men as it further pro nyin natna be tantin drokela ko men kolla tanyala be men kela men be ko mansakundala pareo so be ala karola puruse men sotno men be ko universal access ko men mo bese futano nyamen kurangola karola o ase futano banko la karobela ka menna ko ni sango men 2025 wala mu sanji nani nyato katenten ko deafo be nyato la ko Gambia niajibe mansakunda membe Gambia banko kan molelti sai o mansakunda parerne sai sa funyamen be sobeya kono pour ka jeko pour mon ron dinkral men yeti mo motem pour ga in dokol ke o programme is a success comme asina ke kuti men abe timala nyama sikeno anyam kon yajibe fanan men be diamuta be bankola karola wala mu president bangindi Adama Barrow anim fanan ministre men marta kodo kola ning bankola kodo ga fere nyamen banko kan ka menna mambre njay wulbe yela kontane ba aning ila gisula ka futande America ma comme ye makero men ke pour Gambia la yirwala karola comme Gambia don be men batun kan anim fanan ka jibero ke nyato la pour na nyo pour ka kafunyo la nyaton to pour ka ho makero sifa soto Gambia kuma kan nyin dantol so ala baraka mina nyarto do man nin jingulo botala mina kibar do fanan karan la le point jang anan comme angalaw anin manika kan nyinta. Welcome back. Still with Point Newspaper. The headline, DARBOE votes to transform BASSE Hospital. This one by Adama Tin and read by Hajalama Air Radio Salgeruna Spain. Now the detailed. United Democratic Party's UDP leader, lawyer Usenu DARBOE, before a sea of people in BASSE, URR, disclosed that when elected president, a UDP government will upgrade the BASSE hospital and transform it into a major hospital that would serve the whole of URR. DARBOE, who was amazingly welcomed and escorted by the people of URR from Sotuma Sire to Kobakunda of BASSE on Wednesday, 17th November 2021, said a UDP government will improve the hospital and would make so whether or whatever they needed at the hospital is provided to them with immediacy. We came up with that plan because having a referral of a patient from BASSE to Banjul is very far and risky. Why not we turn the hospital to a major one with absolute enhancement and improvement to serve the people of the region, said DARBOE. DARBOE added that we have very good and competent health practitioners in this country, but what we lack is the medical equipment that would ease their work. But a UDP government will make sure the equipment needed for them and medications are available for them. We would make sure, DARBOE said. Our doctors are highly motivated and wouldn't consider resigning to move to the private sector. A UDP government will provide incentives for doctors as well as teachers to keep them in their respective areas of work. I urge you all to give your votes to the UDP so that we can realize all the good plans and agenda that we have for this country, especially for the youths and women. Independent candidate Marisok Jobati, who recently joined forces with UDP, said, I joined UDP knowing that the party leader, lawyer Usenu DARBOE, has great and positive plan for the Gambia. According to her, DARBOE has big plans for our country. I stand for the women and youth, knowing how much they are suffering and to totally eradicate the difficulties in this country, uniformly giving our votes to UDP on December 4th is the only way out. There is no employment for the youths and this country, and women are out there as well suffering for their children and families, and to totally solve those problems are part of our primary objectives when becoming a government. They accuse the youths of theft and being into drugs, but have they asked themselves what's the cause of that? If there are no job opportunities, created for the youths who are the future of this country. Should they blame them for that? They are accusing them of, she queried. Sok further asked the youths and women of the Gambia to massively vote for UDP if they truly love their country and need a system change for the happiness, tranquility, and betterment of every Gambian. It ends there. Stay tuned. Don't go. We'll be back momentarily in Mandinka after a short jingle. Yo, assalamualaikum. Mutanang purukanana mandika kaunta mbota men karana angala kaunta men midinning lawyer Usenu Dabo la in campagne ko na diamo men ki URR. URR ko men sa fijete ko Dabo kai kaliko abe basela leptano nyin aba falina ka ke leptan party men Upper River region nyin be bokal ben damento ata jarla kata kamol bondi jeto ka samba banyuniol mafon comme ka fo referral hospital bidam mais ça fait wala mu adama tinti memba krankan la jadama e arjo spin banko kan sal sato kon pati yomo ka fa di United Democratic Party la nyaton ko Usenu Dabo damen mo jama ka men na bawoyo men basi URR men ya bendo ngay nyim fo jeto ko that when elected near tambon ka ke presidenti ko UDP la man sakunda pinana nying basela leptano nying aba upgrade la neometron aba tida kula kaka kuta mati ay men dante anim fanan ka falin nyala men abe kala leptane balde ka mejo hospital fente mankila mento membe kala kuti asinana usinana na fake do koke o mafan be tu ka fadame Upper River regional nyinto Dabo men la hidota ka continue Dabo men ko abe kontane baka wato men na o mol men be kontane ka bendong men ya escort ka tete kata samba bendula into by the people of URR nyim o mafon la olem Upper River regional into kabosa toto ka fudame sotu masire kata samba ko ba kunda membe basi arabaluna karo tiltang aning warawlo lambe nyim men konoten kunun ko 2021 ko niajibe UDP mansakunda will improve coming ibnana be betiandro ke la kallankiaro karola ninata leptano la anim fanan iba jela ko ko kurne nata sola ko lemu leptano nyanta kamenso to be o tala yo beto boto leptano nyiye membe kala kuti abe kala hatajo konoti ote nafala mumek ako we came up in ko ining men nata walam plano katuko plano men having a referral comme walam drong ka molta men kuran tolti patient tolti ke bondi ke samba banjun ko mu fenneti a jamfata baba kele anim fana akonyin amang koyle freng kuranto ko bondi kabirin URR fuka samba banjun asikeno amin jeedula do asilokan dun jamala ka kewoto ay men fota ko o plano nyin ini ngonatla purkaje o bedandla nyame ka continue Dabo ay men lafa kuma kan nyin kan ko jeto ko tolu to have a very good and competent health practitioners ko niajibe ko nga molsirle men yela dokono kende ganina ta jata kende bunda la karola men ka doko koto comme niajibe na banko kan ko kato ko but what we lack kum fota menna o dinkrangento wala mu medical equipment wala mu jaral lam fengol te machine men molka hadama don jarala and that would is comme means nana sone androke fanan doctor la do kola ko bari ni ajibe but UDP la mansakunda ba jela ko nyin jorangol pour solo ko men na karola for them and comme win doctor li aning borol isnana ka soto for them nyim doctorally I mean dante ako ba jela fanan ko ate DARBOE ay même fo ko na doctoral ko men be highly motivated ko men be hamind la pro la do ko la hanim fana men bina tinna ko isnana na it's not they wouldn't consider nana miracle ko la pro ka fonyo do ko la kata minto private sector ni o wrong kata family do ko la ko men ka leptan non yele family kata do ko la water ko UDP man sakunda aminana soton rokela ka mena incentive ni o wrong do ko la da matema nyok ma ko men ka soto jeto ka fuko doctoral as well as teachers and in teachers la fanana karola ko to keep them pro isinai sindino dinkrato damen ka foi respective areas comme be do kolla blamen de tuno je nyamen mari incentive wala be kala motivation de men sinana je ko itnanga tan kusot le do ko ucho nyin kono ay kumando ke fanan ko niajibi to give your votes comme kala carte ke so di UDP la so that wala koti de ay memfa ko we can realize sinana ko so no membe ko all the good plans comme ye fer kendol men be landi men be safari la buko kono la patiela do ko men nyanta kake ko we have for this country wala na nying banko so ni nata fango pour mun na funding cewol aning musol la karol fam ke pour so keno ko independent candidate memo mari sokti muso nying jobate santen men anarna ala sembo kafu UDP ma men fo ko ate akafuta UDP ma lon ko that nyim patio nyaton ko loya Usenu Dabo nye kubala soto men abinakela ku kendol lem membe ko ferol men yellandi ila patio pour kana men ke Gambia wala tinna kafte ima ayitan ro ko ate muso nyin ako Dabo e planol men so da warta bake pour Gambia bankoy ako ate abe lorin abe kuma nyimbe lorin ate abe lorin pour musol la karola nin fonnin ce wala karola ka lonko how much ko men mu molti men wolbe batakam baba ke anin totally ni na tajibe ka jefanan ko ka eradicate ke fengola wala mun ka fengo ta ko dang banko ka membe ko le akola membe laring ito nyim dinnol ning musolla karola fonni jol ni musolla karol ko men kanana ka kafu nyoma ka diro ke ila carte ke sola UDP la December 4 carte fawo men kanate ko damma wala be kala nyati men sinaje ko silo sotno pour ko wol kino nyame that's the only way out ko be najibe there is no employment wala be tembo men do banko kan do ko buka soto ni nata funding ke wala karola na banko kan ani musol out there comme bantaje as well sovereign be bata kan bata nyala men bantaje do men sembo wata for their children ila dinnoli ani ila family ila badi holten ila anim fana totally ko sinaje ko pour se topotoro ke kola problem men are part of our primary objective comme sinana to potoro ke kol bela men membe kila ku fololti men nyanta ka soto ka men primary objective in becoming a government comme ni inata ka mansakunda londi Gambia bang koka ko ibe tumiro la kan fonnin la ko sungol muti and being into drugs comme ikadung drug male kono anim fanan but have the asked for a falling in kala ko mune o sabu not attending if there are no job nin atra doko doko mang soto ka mena job opportunity nimo create pour funding chawle ako who are the future of this country men nyanta kala sama Gambia ti ko nyajibe should they blame them for nyanta ke ifenga bang edoya bang nyinkola for what they are accusing them to make men accusing them of ati men sonka jeto sok not tenten anyinin karo ko fonnin chewol anin musol men Gambia ka jeko isi nana i kafnyoma jamaa pour si karto fay UDP ako if they truly love comme nata tonya ye ila banko kanule anin fane sulta munna wala ka menna ka maralo membe banko kan o systemo pour ko faring ko munna kontano ka menna for the happiness tranquility wala tenko anim fanan betterment ka banko betiande banko dol besitara si la kul sota nyama membe betiala nyanta mensotla comme taranyala karola Gambia dingo be killing nala I mean dan te so ala baraka ñem tuwar floti lafta men lala ñokan santen nga jibi na recording system on son sinana jibi fana fon se kilil la fano jeto a trying a killing fana ke jito after the jingle angaloni manika counter ngo fana try santen siki sabati. Welcome back. Jeng insists justice must happen in Gambia. This one by Suleiman Wan, point reporter, read by Ahjalam Air Radio Sal Deruna, Spain. Adama Jeng, advisor to the International Criminal Court ICC, prosecutor has said that justice must happen in the Gambia as lawyers and human rights activists from the Gambia and beyond suggest that any recommendations by the Gambian Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission TRRC for the prosecution of abusive officials be followed by a process of criminal accountability. The TRRC unearthed human rights violation committed under former President Yahya Jammeh's 22-year rule. The seasoned lawyer was speaking in a video presentation at the International Conference Center, Bigilo, from his office at the International Criminal Court, Hague. The Justice Forum implementation of TRRC recommendation on prosecution was organized by the Gambia Bar Association, the Institute for Human Rights and Development, IHRDA, the International Commission of Jurists, ICJ rather, and International Center for Transitional Justice. The forum aimed to discuss the importance of accountability for the crimes committed during the period 1994 to 2017, as well as how and where such prosecution could be carried out. However, Mr. Geng recalled that the TRRC had unveiled that former President Yahya Jammeh had maltreated his political opponents and committed murder of Gambians and non-Gambians alike under his regime. In this regard, he said justice must happen in the Gambia. During the closing of the TRRC public hearings, lead counsel Issa Fall, now a presidential candidate, said ex-President Jammeh must be taken to the International Criminal Court, saying there was sufficient evidence to prosecute Jammeh, and Karim Khan, ICC prosecutor, welcomed the remark. It could be recalled that the TRRC had revealed allegations of extrajudicial killings, disappearance without trace, series of murder cases, rape, detention without trial, among other human rights violation cases that occurred under Jammeh's reign. The International Criminal Court has the jurisdiction to preside war crimes, genocide, and crime against humanity. However, the ICC legal advisor said if the Gambia government is able or unable to, the ICC would investigate all prosecute perpetrators under its jurisdiction after completion of the TRRC. Aisha Jammeh, a victim whose father and auntie were allegedly murdered by former President Jammeh's killing squad junglers, said if the TRRC recommended the prosecution of human rights violations and perpetrators under the Jammeh administration, any sitting government should implement the recommendations. It ends here. Stay tuned. Don't go. We'll be back momentarily in Mandinka. Ya assalamu alaikum badolo continue kibaro nyina meta men karana angale kawal sande membe nin point line kibaro dolo be ngomen keta conference men yake Gambia bang kokang pro loyal la be ngola munyinti pro sinana jeko ka kitio kosi ya jemme anala molka eko kibaro konre men fojeto jeng wala mu adama jenti ko balanen ko kitio o tilingo bunda nyanta ka konkon Gambia banko kan munna karola men tambita no je benga lonne wala mu jumati ya jamina la molla kol me ngin safe wala mu Suleiman wanti point la kibartala memba krankan la jadama ya regispin banko kan salsata kon bi November til tang anin kon to 2021 ni sankon ka fu chewme adama jeng men ya marlala matidi dunia bela kiti bumba me ka fuje ka criminal kuja ukela luke kitindi dame atlemu ya marlati prosecutor bala komen aynyim foko ko tilemo bunda nyanta ka soto Gambia banko walen kitio sa fa nyamen ron ase lawyer komen nake ala logo moneti lawyer lem komen anim fana human right activists from the Gambia komen molmen fanambe ko human right activist like balang ka halamadon la nyanto le kele men be Gambia banko kan anim bantala banko kan ko that any recommendation niaje fana ko kurne nata ya marola karola minna na kanana Gambia ko la truth reconciliation and reparation commission men in tonya kamol murni nyoka ninde daro la karola commission men tamita santen ani bi emaila report or submit labangin kefolo mem TRRC tala acronym ko niaji be prosecution la holem kam kitindro ke molla men landa tambo ke men be taran do kola men snana kabula kol no ka membe ko nyata jibe a process of criminal accountability wala mdrong snana bula kol no ka membe ke la tonton troti kontibola kol la molla karol ko continue ko nyin tonya kamol murni nyokan didaro komisiono nying men ay fintindro ke finjamala membe den halama den la nyanta tinyala men ketanu president koto ya jamela tan sanji mo nim fula sang rulo nyin men a soto Gambia banko kan ni maralo men a soto ten nim kol men ketajet ko niaji be nyimu season loyalty men loyala mo ameta la do kola bakele abitiam kan wato men na video wala mdrong amantra linkrani fa conference room to barabe sirin ala officer to ani nyabe nyola screen auto abitiam kan wato men na be nyim be ngo kala londla wato men at the international conference room wala mu sala wala kada wa jawra ye conference room kuto men lo Gambia banko kan bijilo o senta nyindo nyin diamo transmit walto wato men nyim be ngo be kekan ka bola officer to dame abe sirin je to ka dame international criminal court Hague Holland bank koka ka continue ko nin justice forum comme ya kumandi tomen na nyimbe o men keten blato den forum o membe denning tilmo bundala comme sinana soton droge fenna membe ko tonya ka mol murundi nyokan anin dilaro commission o nyin abinana ya marol men soton la pour kolla ka kitin droge pour mun na dron was organized comme jumali yin la nyimbe o wala jumalti wala Gambia loyal la kafoni ka men na Gambia ba association comme anin fanan the institute for human rights comme mu bundalti men ka foy fanan men ka halama de wala nyanto ko wala topoto anin irwala karol kaf meni IHRDA ko nyajibe nyin dunia be la nyin commissioner me ka fuko jurist olem kitindirlal ten ka commande ICJ ko men wala mula acroti ko men ko international commission of jurists ko men la kafoni anim fana international center for transitional justice ko men damen kafon men ka foy ko dinkrala men dunia bele be kafuru nyoma comme ka kitindro bondi dulato ka sound dulato o sa keno dawda ka mina transitional justice ni na ta kolla membe den nin kukurin chola dawda keta dawda e se kitindino karaw karal e ko nyimbe on nyimmen hamo mente ton ka kaja kolla membe ke kumala karola tontondro anin kontibola for the crimes comme kujawol men ye kenun watola 1994 sango kono kata 2017 sang men masa kunda ambe siring marlo dati ko as well as how komen snana kafra what of komen how and where minto komen in kitindro men anyanda ka kenyi mollaten avekela damento ko robi fanan topolo obe nyatondla Mr. Jeng atayin chewnyeng ay hakilo brando ko nyajibe TRC wala toja kamol murni nyokan dilaro komisiono nyin e kujamal bondi Gambia banko kan membe denning na president koto ya jamme men ay Gambia dingol ay jihado melle kan kanim fanan ala political opponentol ten komen wala Gambia la mol men be ko ala political opponent on nyomota ni men be nyosa wa kam pour ka bonde palaso de telesi comme anatna kujaw jamale ke men be ko mo fa Gambia dingol la anim fanan men man Gambia dingol te o ni mulunta nyola men be ko ala mansa kunda barata men ko nyin ko membe o bala nyajibe ko he said comme ay men fo wala ko tilingo woto anyanta ka soto Gambia banko ka nyin ko men tambita jeto sangi mon nim floni kono yajibe in watola hinatna na itandroke fenna membe ko TRC la la public hearing komen wato men na nyin TRC la nyin karo nin jabiro men yake pour jamae molki lamoyala mem keta nyaton ko ti loyal la karole ka fa isa fal sante men atemu moleti men abe loring pour ka ke president de Gambia banko kan ko yajibe ko na president ko to nyi mem jameti ko must be taken to the International Criminal Court. Nyanta ka samba dunia bele kiti bunda nyintolo men ka criminal kuya ukela kitindi dame. Nyimfo ako there was sufficient evidence ako ku dailo beje dailo men be timmata dailo men sa tinnano ni ata seliar fengolla se jaame kitindino menna anin cewo men fane ka fay Karim Khan sa memu prosecutor di ICC comme ay nyin kuwa a tale anim fanan comme atiam indiamo nyimmen ni yaketen comme ko ya jamme kitindi ICC katenden ko it could be recall comme si hakil bulandro ken ko fanan nyaji be membe ko to nya dilaro to nya ka mol murni yo kan dilaro commissioner nyin comme ye kul bonni membe ko tumiri jawol la karola membe ko extrajudicial killing comme ka toro fedo yemo kumandi e ko eta ya afa anin fanan ka modi yemandi men mo buga e noje kotaki anin kujamala men siata bake membe denne mo fa kesnyol la anin ka sapi musol kan ka mol sindi lakli ka men detention men without trial because sama kiti o nyatlong la anin kukotan men hada madia nyanto tinyamen keta o kesnyol men keta Gambia banko kan ya jamela marlo nyin koto ko International Criminal Court wala nyin kiti bunda men belorun dunia be pour kujaw kelalla ko ye jurisdiction sur le niomo etron ye nyin Gambia la ko fanan e sembo sur le pour ka kiti ota ko la men be ko ni nata jibe ka menke war crimes comme wala men ye war crime ke wala kujaw ke kelomu kujawol de bari dol fanangal landa tamo kijewo anin kukotan la membe ko genocide ka si al ka banko dingol fa nyongol teng anin fanan crime ko tan la kujaw ke wala men ka ke hadama dingol ko e jurisdiction soto nyin belale wala mu international kiti bunda banyinte ko the International Criminal Court has the jurisdiction to preside war crimes ñoo moy rong hani kelo kono mol men ka tilimbal yakje ka ijoy ko kitindle genocide comme damma ñoo faten anim fanan crime ko tangol men natna den hadamadiya ko tenten comme ko labandulal ko ñing kafo ñing membe ko ICC wala International Criminal Court ila legal advisor mem lawyer men ko ya marodi ate en chewnya mem foko if the Gambia government nata Gambia man sakunda fo anata na ñing ko keno ban o ama keno wala ñente ko ICC would investigate ICC binana kiskisiro ulindira anim fana ka kitindro ke molla men yen kujawo ketan ni nata gibe under its jurisdiction comme ila sembo nyin koto ni nata jibe ning TRRC la ko nyin banda katenten ika muso men fane Aisha Jamme atamu molati men ate mantoro soto bari ala fama aning ala anti abinki comme men ay tumiro ko ya tumiro ko nyin ya Jamme president koto nyin wala mo fala groupe te ka men jongulas wala ya fa ay ñim foko ako nata TRRC la yamaro ñing ko e ñanta prosecution o kela ko men kitindro la membe dene halamadi ya ñanta tiñala ko anim fana mani barato ko la ya jamela marlo koto ko any sitting government wala ñinte ton man sakunda be siren o ñanta ko tamandi o ñamaro ñi membota TRRC kuma kan danta holto so mbaɗon mi danna jam folo wolto fo ñaato nega chance to wati mi nana kibar koton fidindilali ñin weekend o kono bari sama ani sinen nin kibar bundal men ka finti ka bottanawla kata jumola wol boka mamma bari do kotanwol ka fintile men be ko media household men kata online so ala baraka anal badi ma la jalama e radio spain banko kan sal sato kono na studio to jam na dum tan na page o to anin channel o to Facebook kata YouTube ali subscribe anin fanan ali like button o ma anin ali bell no nyen activate so that nimbe online anytime si al alert pro al se more videos so na carol so la baraka